A very good morning, children. In the previous class, I hope you all received your practice paper, and you might also have gone through all the questions, and hope you will prepare the answers in your own words. Okay, that will be helpful to you. So, today I am going to start the revision. Okay, I will be just giving you the story map, not even the complete summary. Okay, because only 2 days we have, so it's not possible to give the detailed summary of all the chapters, but still I'm trying to give you all the important, it will cover all the important points in it. So just a very short revision. Okay, so be with me and listen carefully. I will be starting with your reader. 3 chapters are included in that, first, second, and fifth. So let me give the just a story map of these 3 chapters, and after that I will deal 4 poems. Okay, today. So the first chapter is a triumph of surgery, isn't it? The main characters in this lesson were James Harriet, who was a veterinary doctor. Second was Mrs. Pumphrey, and third was Tricky, an obese dog. Okay, Tricky, a small dog, has been overfed and overpampered by his rich mistress and falls gravely ill, but is rescued by a veterinary doctor. The story, it is set in a rich woman's house and surgery later at the house of a veterinary doctor. Okay, so what was here? James Harriet, who was a veterinary doctor, sees Mrs. Pumphrey and her dog Tricky at a street. Tricky looks greatly obese and in poor health. He suggests Tricky strict diet control and exercise. Okay, then few days later, Mrs. Pumphrey informs Harriet that Tricky has been seriously ill. Harriet takes Tricky to the surgery and keeps him there for 15 days. At the surgery, Tricky is not given any medical treatment. He is given proper diet, and all day he runs about with other dogs. And after a few days he starts getting up with other dogs, enjoying with other dogs. He enjoys being rolled over and indulges in friendly scrimmages. He becomes a member of the dog gang. Okay, so controlled diet and activities makes him active. After 15 days, Tricky is completely well. Mrs. Pumphrey takes him back home. She calls his transformation a triumph of surgery. Okay, so the theme was that too much indulgence and lack of self control is bad for both humans and animals. Coming to the next story, children, it is the thief's story. Here, the main characters are Hari, a 15-year-old thief, and another was Anil, who was a writer. So, a small time crook is employed by a writer with the purpose of improving his life. Here, Hari Singh, a 15-year-old thief, begins to work as a cook for Anil, a struggling writer. Anil discovers that Hari cannot cook, but he doesn't send Hari away. He decides to teach him to cook and also to read and write. Hari enjoys working for Anil. He also cleverly manages to make profit out of the household supplies. Anil realizes this but doesn't mind. One day, Anil earns some money by selling a book to a publisher. Hari steals the money and runs away to catch a train to Lucknow. At the station, Hari begins to feel guilty. He doesn't board the train and decides to return the money to the person who had trusted him and given shelter to him. So he comes back and places the notes back, which were wet due to the previous night's rain. In the morning, Anil learns about the theft through the wet notes, but he acts very normal and forgives Hari. So the theme was that, children, the story explores here the themes of trust, guilt, conscience, and kindness. Okay. Yeah. Next, third chapter is footprints without feet. Here the main characters are Griffin, who was an eccentric scientist. Next is a clergyman and his wife. Third is Mr. and Mrs. Hall, who were the inn owners. And next was Mr. Jaffers, who was a constable, isn't it? So Griffin, an eccentric scientist, makes his body transparent by swallowing some rare drugs. And this story is set in and around London only. Okay, so what he does, Griffin burns his landlord's house down, removes his clothes, and becomes completely invisible to escape. He enters into a big store for warmth. After the store is closed, he wears new clothes, enjoys eatable from the restaurant, and sleeps on a pile of quilts. He oversleeps and is caught in the morning. He again takes off his clothes and escapes. Then he enters a costume shop and disguises himself, means he puts many different things, okay, to change his appearance. And he also robs the shopkeeper. He arrives at Iping village and stays at a local inn. He informs the innkeeper's wife, Mrs. Hall, that he wishes to be left alone. Then he runs out of money and even robs a clergyman. So Mr. and Mrs. Hall, when they enter Griffin's room, they were attacked by the furniture. Then a constable comes, Mr. Jaffers, okay, to arrest him, but he is knocked unconscious by the invisible man. Who was that invisible man? Griffin. So Griffin shakes himself free from the constable and he escapes from there. So what was the theme? The story deals with the misuse of science for personal benefits. Okay, so here I complete all the three readers revision. Next I will be dealing the poem. Okay, next is the first poem is your Dust of Snow. The theme of the poem is that the poet feels that small and unimportant things can make great changes in our future. Okay, and the poet who was standing under a hemlock tree, that time a crow shook off the dust of snow that had fallen on the tree. The snow fell on the poet and his mood changed suddenly. It ended all the sadness that had filled his mind. Thus, it saved his day that day. Okay, so the poem has an optimistic tone. Okay, and if you remember, I had already told you to go through the poetic devices that you should just go through once on your own. Okay, coming to the next poem is Fire and Ice. Here the theme of the poem was that the human emotions like lust, desire, hatred, intolerance, etc., can be destructive and it brings about the end of the world if not controlled. Okay, and the poem uses the imagery associated with heat and light and emotions such as burning, pain, and coldness. If I go for the short summary, some feel that the world will end in fire, others say it will end in ice, and the poet says both of them are capable of destroying the world. Fire is equated with desires or lust, and ice is equated with hatred, and both can destroy this world. And this both the poems Dust of Snow and Fire and Ice are written by Robert Frost. Okay, coming to the next poem, A Tiger in the Zoo by Leslie Norris. The theme of the poem was the poem conveys the message that the real home of wild animals is their natural habitat, and the tone of the poem is sympathetic towards the plight of caged animals. Okay, so a very short summary is that the tiger moves up and down in its cage. He is filled with rage, anger, but he is helpless. He should have been in the jungle chasing the deer, but he is in a cage looking out at the bright stars. He even ignores the visitors, okay, and he thinks that his strength is also imprisoned behind the bars. So we can see the plight or the grief of those caged animals, okay. They could have been in their natural habitat, but here they are imprisoned in the zoo. Next poem is a ball poem by John Berryman. This poem deals with the theme of loss and its acceptance. The poem is written in blank verse, and the tone used in uses the imagery of a ball to reflect on the nature of loss and acceptance. Okay, this poem describes the sorrow of a boy over the loss of his ball. He comes across the concept of loss and its acceptance. A man is forced to do things he doesn't want to do and gives up the things he loves. Despite this, he has to get up and remain strong and continue his life. So, hope so. You will go through all the chapters in more detailed way. Okay, so I stop here, children, and in the next class I will be dealing with your first flight books lessons. Okay, so till then, goodbye and have a good day, children.